Welcome to the Silvy Interviews Show. Today on the Silvy Interview Show, Silvy interviews Goth Sons! Woo,
Hello,
woo, woo!
hi,
Wow,
woohoo!
it's so great to have you here, Goth Sons. Where could people reach you?
People can reach me at Goth Sons on most platforms,
Sons as in like a son
like
child?
yeah, like Offspring.
Okay, Goth Sons. Got it.
You stream?
Inky asked if I stream, but it's not his interview show,
It's
so
really not.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Um so just like I tell every other guest, you are able to take this interview at whatever pace you like. You can answer things really shortly or really longly. Doesn't matter to me. It's up to you. Are you ready for your first question?
yes.
Okay. As a child, were you a Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, or Disney kid?
I would say I was a combination of a Disney kid. I think I started as a Disney kid and then I more so migrated to a Nickelodeon kid.
Okay.
I was not allowed to watch Cartoon Network, and there's a specific scene from a specific show that my mom walked in on and said I couldn't watch the whole channel.
Would you be willing to spill that information?
Yeah, so it was the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Love
I
that
don't
show.
remember right? I don't remember the episode exactly, but Billy is holding this angry, like puke green colored cat,
Okay.
and the cat like starts scratching his face repeatedly, and my mom's like, "No, that's too violent. You can't
Mm,
watch this channel."
that's hilarious. My mom when I was little she was pretty lenient with most like shows and such that I wanted to watch, but for some reason she had this like kick for a while where she wouldn't let me and my sister watch Tom and Jerry because it was all about revenge.
Oh wow, that's not the reason I would have thought. I thought
Yeah.
it'd be like the violence thing, because
No,
it is
it's
kind of violent.
it's the emotional turmoil that they're both going through.
Wow.
Okay. Next question. I think you might enjoy this question. What is your favorite flower in Minecraft?
Whoa. Um. Oh no, I forget what it's called.
Can you describe it?
Yeah, it's the white one that like drapes down or like
Oh, a
flukes
lily of the
downwards.
valley?
Yes, I knew it had like more than one word in it.
Mm-hmm. I really like, see, I don't remember what mine is called, but you find it in swamps and it's like neon bright blue.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like the same one but blue, right? Kind of.
No.
Never mind.
Ask Inky. He'll probably know.
Yeah, yeah.
What, orchid? Is that what they said?
No.
What kind of flower is it, Inky? I know you know.
He's busy.
Oh, whatever.
You talking to me?
Yeah. What's this it's the swamp flower. I have headphones on. It's the swamp flower that's like neon blue.
Neon blue, that's blue orchid.
Blue orchid.
Okay, that's what I thought. I had it in my
Okay.
head. Okay.
It's your favorite flower. You would know the name, I
It is.
guess.
No, it's okay. I'm not mad. Just disappointed. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Valentine's Day? Like, do you fall for it or are you like, it's a corporate scam?
Um, I don't care about it that much. I mean, it's definitely a corporate scam, but it's also nice when you have a loved one like that you want to like have like you don't need an excuse to celebrate your loved one, but it's nice to have a day that everyone can agree upon to do it, I guess. It's not like your anniversary.
Yeah.
Unless that is your anniversary, then
Then that's unfortunate.
that's kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that mine's not that day.
Me too.
If someone did ask me out on that day, I'd be like, you need to wait like 5 to 7 business days.
Yeah, I'd be like, is this really what you want? Like, do you know what you're
Think
asking
about this
for?
in the long term.
Like, why did you ask today?
Okay. Next question for Goth Sons. Which Sanrio character do you most identify with?
Did you see my retweet?
No.
It's okay. I think Morgan retweeted. It was like a. I think it was
Yeah, the
the
like star signs or whatever.
yeah, and mine lines up with mine. It was Karopi.
Oh, I
And I
would
love we both love karopi,
I
you and
adore
I.
Karopi with my whole heart. I freaking got so I'm a Libra and mine was Hello
Hmm.
Kitty.
Huh.
And I'm like, I don't want that. I'm not her. She's not me.
Hmm.
But I wish it was Karopi. And I love Pom Pom.
Hmm.
I'd kill for Pom Pom too.
Yeah.
Okay. What has been your worst restaurant experience? Could be fast food, could be sit
Hmm.
down.
I think my worst experience was in college. There was this Chinese restaurant near the side of campus I was always on, where my like department was, and it was closer than like the campus food, so a lot of us would go there.
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered like basic orange chicken and fried rice. I'm pretty sure it was the orange chicken, and like that evening I had one of the worst stomach aches from like food that I've ever had, and I'd had their orange chicken before.
Hmm.
So,
So it wasn't like the service that was the issue.
no, I mean, I ordered it to go. I mean, their service is like fine. I can't think of like a really, oh, um, I guess I don't know where my parents and I were, but we were at some, I think we were on vacation. We were at some like fancy restaurant, which is not normal for us. And my mom's dish like took forever. And like they seemed kind of swamped. Like they seemed really busy, and other customers seemed to be like concerned or like upset about their
Mm-hmm.
orders being either wrong or missing. And I guess they were under like new management or something.
Oh,
Um,
that's what
but
they get.
yeah, there was a
Should have
more
stuck with the
recent
old manager.
experience. That's true, yeah. There's a more recent experience I had. It actually turned around because I asked for my dish, like, it's this ramen place in downtown LA that I was at with my cousins, and they were visiting from out of town. So I was like, okay, let me show you, like, little Tokyo and stuff. And we're at this ramen place, and I ordered, it was like a dry ramen where it's
Mm-hmm.
basically like the noodles and all the other stuff without the broth.
Yeah.
And I asked for mine without pork because I typically don't eat pork.
Okay.
And it took them a really long time. But and like my cousin's food got there and everything. But when they finally brought it out, it was so good. It was like really it was really yummy. And
Good.
I would definitely go back and order it again. Like it was worth the wait. I was satisfied.
That's good to hear. Shout
And
out to Little Tokyo Ramen Joint with the dry ramen.
mhm.
Okay. Who is someone that you would like to befriend? It could be like a stranger, could be a celebrity, someone that
Mm,
you were just like, man, I think we would make good friends.
that's a really good question.
Thank you.
Um, hmm. What if it's like a person I want to be better friends with, who I'm not
Oh,
like close with?
sure. Why not?
I have a mutual who's from, I guess I won't say their name, but I'll say where they're from. I have a
Their
mutual
address?
who's from, yeah, a mutual who's from Toronto, who is actually currently in grad school in like Ireland because they're also Irish.
Wow.
And we've been mutuals for a few years. But we don't like, and we interact, but not like hugely. We do like we do different things. They're working on. I don't remember exactly what their field of study is, but it's something about like neuroscience. But also they're like super Catholic, but also like like a queer icon and
Wow.
like
What a
so
combo.
it's really fascinating. Yeah, and they're like super into God and um like the queerness of religion and things like that. So it's like stuff that I like no one I know in person or like in real or I guess they're also real life, but no one I know in person like cuz I was never religious as a kid at all or anything. I didn't grow up that way, but I just find it really cool and fascinating that those can be intersected like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a very interesting person.
Mm-hmm. And they're so gorgeous too, and just like their fashion sense is very modern and nice, and like yeah, they seem
They
really
should
cool.
like I need to read a book about this person or something. We're gonna I need to know their Instagram or something like that. I want to see now. You got me curious.
Their
Um
Twitter's really good, and
okay.
their Instagram.
We'll talk about that when
We'll
it's
talk.
not when it won't be revealing personal information. Um okay, what are your thoughts on musicals? Do you have like strong feelings about musicals?
Um, I have strong feelings in terms of like I I like them. I do like them, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, they're the best thing. But the strong feel like opinion I have is like when they're done well, they're really good. Like they really take so much teamwork and dedication and time from a bunch of people,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's really neat.
What musical do you have in mind that is really special?
Um,
Or was
I
your
guess
mind empty when you said that? I don't
it
know.
was it was kind of empty. I mean, I've performed in the pit of a few
Mm-hmm.
musicals, so
That's cool.
like yeah, and like just getting to be a part of the production, even if it's not on stage, still getting to see like what goes into it, and
Mm-hmm.
like comparing that to like what Broadway or like the best of the best would be
Mm-hmm.
I mean they're all those people would be professionals and everything, but just like trying to think about all that like you know the,
No, I feel like the conductor has probably a really tricky job of like
hmm.
anticipating, and they probably have to know the whole script.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, they have to know it super well, and like the timing is everything because
Mm-hmm.
everything has to line up a certain way. And yeah, I think they're really cool.
Oh my God,
I think,
I can't imagine being that stressed out for that long of a period of time.
but what the cool thing though is like if you're running it for a few weeks, like if the show is like running for a while, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it can be stressful, but after a while, it's probably just like fun because it's like a routine, and
Yeah,
like you know it so well that it's kind of just you just get to have
it's
fun.
natural.
I'm sure it's not like that for everyone, but I guess
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
goal.
Yeah. No, I love musicals, and that's interesting because I think a lot of people do love musicals, and I've talked to lots of people who do love them, but it's interesting to hear someone's opinion who has like been on, this is going to sound dumb, been on the music side of a musical. I know that sounds dumb, but like
I know what you mean,
because
yeah.
I think so much of the focus goes on the actors.
Right.
And obviously
And
they're super important, but like just hearing a
yeah.
different perspective I think is really neat.
Do you have a favorite musical?
I really like Sweeney Todd.
Ooh, that is a good
I
one.
love Sweeney Todd very much. I also really like Little Shop of Horrors, but lately, like for the past few years, I've been a Sweeney Todd stan.
Okay, I haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors, but I my high school did Sweeney Todd my freshman year, and
No freaking way.
I auditioned to be in the pit because my director said there were two oboe parts, but there was only one, and he never admitted that to me until like 3 years later. And I went to go see it like 5 times because it was my first time like knowing about
How
Sweeney
does a
Todd.
high school get away with performing that?
I'm not sure, but there was a lot of fake blood. I mean, there kind of has to be. But I remember talking to this one guy who was in. He was like a choir kid, but he was in like the onstage like the the ensemble, not like the music, not like the musicians
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
ensemble,
yeah.
but
The
like
chorus.
the singers. Yeah, the chorus. Um, every like week or so that they would do it, I was like, oh, so like how's it going? Like how's the show
How's
going?
those two
And
oboes?
right, yeah. And then he said he was like, yeah, for the last show we just used all the last like whatever fake blood we had left. And I was like, yeah, I remember actually seeing it because I would always sit in the balcony from the in the auditorium to watch it. But like I could actually see the blood like spewing or the fake blood like
Mm-hmm.
spewing out and stuff. And I was like, how did you guys do that?
And they
Because
ran out before the
obviously it's
last
not
show. They
real.
just had to start killing people for real.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
You're so real for saying that.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't.
Okay, so like when you were a kid, I imagine that you've existed online in some capacity for a long time.
Mhm.
Cuz I have too. What was your like childhood username?
Um, so I was a Club Penguin kid, and
Mhm.
my Club Penguin username was, I would pronounce it Sticker B5. It was spelled STKRB and then the letter 5 or the number 5.
Okay.
Um, I don't know where it came from, but I knew I wanted to start with the letter S.
Mhm.
Um, and then I think I got into Webkins after that, and that was also my first like Webkins name. And then I was like, wait, but I can make a real name on Webkins. And
I
then, yeah.
as a kid had very strong negative feelings about kids who played Webkins.
It was so funny.
I thought it
Why
was
is that?
so lame.
It was lame, but it was also fun.
But like I loved Club Penguin and Pop Tropica. So like me
Okay,
calling the Webkins kids lame is like look in the mirror, sweetheart.
right. If they're like Club Penguin plushies, I mean, I guess because you could play Club Penguin for free,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
Webkins you had to buy a stuffed
Yes.
animal.
Yes. Also my older sister played Neopets. And so I was very much influenced by like Neopets is way cooler than Webkins or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so this is your last question. And I think it's a really interesting one. I'm excited to hear your answer. What is a very petty grudge that you still hold on to and refuse to let go?
Whoa. Hmm. I wish I had a better answer because right now it's I don't know, but I'm thinking. Petty
Can I share
grudge.
one? I know it's your
Yeah, of
interview, but
course.
I have
No,
one in
please
mind.
do. Yeah.
So when I was in elementary school, I think I was in like first grade at this time, maybe kindergarten, but I was in the lunchroom and my mom had packed my lunch very kindly and uh she packed me a bowl ramen. So not like cup ramen or whatever, but like the bowl version
Mhm.
and a Trix yogurt.
Okay.
And I was just sitting enjoying my delicious ramen bowl and yogurt on the side. And suddenly, out of nowhere, my the girl sitting next to me, her name was Audrey. She
Mhm.
grabbed my Trix yogurt and dumped it into my ramen.
What the?
And I was
That's
shocked. I was appalled. And I asked her, I was like, "Why did you do that?" And
yeah. What the heck?
she goes, "I thought it wouldn't spill." And I was like, okay, so let's say this was just an experiment and you really didn't think it would spill. Why did you have to do it over my ramen?
Right. You could do it
And
over nothing.
even worse still, I went to tattle on her because I was very much a tattletale. I
Mhm.
tattled on her to a teacher. I was like, Audrey dumped my yogurt into my ramen. And teacher looks at the bowl and she goes, just eat around it.
Ew,
I'm like, no,
no.
no, it's spicy
No, my
ramen
lunch is
broth with
ruined.
the sweet Trix yogurt. That's disgusting. So I was so wronged that day by multiple
100%.
parties.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
That's okay, but I mean, I'm not okay. I'll never be okay, but in my own way, I am at peace.
Okay. Did Audrey like go through school with you? Like, did Audrey end up going to your other like grade schools
So
after that?
not entirely.
Okay.
But interestingly, so I left that school
Okay.
at second grade. So I did second grade at a different school, and then I did fourth and fifth grade at a different school, and then middle and high school. I did
Gotcha.
end up playing basketball against her younger sister, who looks exactly like her.
Okay.
So
Did you dunk on her?
that reopened some scars. No, I didn't dunk. I was she was pretty tall.
Okay. That's
But
fair.
get this, when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, She was
Mhm.
the dental assistant person.
Wow, that's nuts.
I know. And I was like, you better not mess me up because I remember you. Do you remember me, B word?
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately she did not mess me up.
That's good.
And but get this, I was like, so the dentist person this is like totally becoming my show now. I'm
It's okay.
sorry.
It is your show, though.
The dentist person was like, so the drills get pretty loud. I would recommend putting some headphones in and listening to music. And so I was like, what about a podcast? Sometimes I like listening to podcasts. And then the girl goes, what's a podcast? And I was just like, okay, no, I'm not going to explain to you. I'm not your teacher. You can look up what a podcast is, you dumb B word.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my story.
That's really funny. Now that I think about it, I guess I do have an answer
Please
to your
share.
question, which I kind of mentioned already. It was in freshman year of high school when our music director said there were two oboe parts for Sweeney Todd, and I auditioned, and there was one other oboe player in the whole school. We both auditioned, and only
Mhm.
she got it because she was a year older, because like seniority and stuff.
Mhm.
And then I didn't get to be in it because it looked so fun.
Yeah.
And like all my friends were in it. And I was like,
do you
I'm
think
just
you
gonna
deserved it?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think it would have been really good for me. I would have liked to like worked in a production with the seniors as a freshman because it was like all the grade levels were in it together. I thought that would have been cool. And then I think I was in the musical as a junior. We did Beauty and the Beast, and that was a lot of fun.
Your
And then
school sounds really big.
it wasn't like massive. I think my graduating class was like 600 something kids.
But like you're talking
Which
about how
isn't small.
your musicals had a pit? Like that is not something that we had. We just would play like recordings of music.
I mean, we didn't have like a built-in pit, but we had like a decent music department. So we never had to hire musicians.
Mhm. That's
But
cool. That's
yeah,
really cool. I like that.
yeah, I'm really thankful for that experience. But I think my sophomore year they did some weird, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was some weird musical that no one had heard of, and it included like it was like a video game. You could choose different endings, and it was really weird. And there was like audience participation,
Oh.
and I went once, and like people like the overall consensus was that it was kind of lame. Like among the students, everyone was like, Why did we pick this?" And then yeah, we did Beauty and the Beast my third year, and then as a senior, I really wanted to do. They did Hello Dolly, which is my favorite musical.
Mhm.
But I didn't. I wasn't in it. I didn't audition because I was doing like college apps and like auditions for like being a music major. So
That's really cool though.
I knew I wouldn't be in town. But I
Did
went
you
to go
go to
see
see
it.
it?
Yeah, I went to see it a few times and they did pretty well. The girl who played Irene like was sick and she was still like singing with like a raspy voice. I felt
Oh.
so bad for her.
You were like, "Let me up there."
Literally, there was a part of you that was like, I know all the words. I'm an alto. I can do it.
That's hilarious. They should have let you do it.
I would have done a decent job, I think.
Oh well. Well,
it's okay.
That's the school's loss. That's the theater department's loss for not allowing Goth Sons to run up on stage and commandeer the whole show.
The dress might have been a little long, but that's okay.
They have tools back there. They can make it short.
This is true.
Okay, so normally I ask my guests what their outro song of choice is, but Goth was kind enough to send me it ahead of time. So let's give that a listen while we say our goodbyes. Goth Sons, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you very deeply.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a whole lot of fun.
Yes. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.